Hello, my name is Loren, and I'm Assistant Professor of Management at the University of Loren. Hello, Dannette. I've decided to give you video feedback to hopefully be more articulate in my initial reaction to your work, your good work, and then also to help improve my skills on creating and hosting, disseminating audio video recordings for my students. So this is not a polished video, but rather just my review of your work. I have two monitors open, so I'll be dragging in documents from time to time to refer to them. So I am, for instance, using Corinne's really handy-dandy online checklist. So I have this available to me on another monitor just to my right here. So I'll be going through that as I review your work and pulling in other pieces from your work. So to begin, overall I thought it was great. Some initial reactions is that you can clean this up and be more specific if you want with respect to stylizing the look of your homepage and all the pages actually. If you go to customization and scroll down and look at teaching style, and then from here are a number of options. You can choose different course themes, and also when you scroll down a little bit further, you can have buttons if you want and have them use your school colors, for instance. You can attach a banner and show a little bit of your creativity and design style with respect to the look and the interface of your Blackboard course site. So that's an initial reaction. So I'm trying to look at this from a student's perspective as well. So I'm here. I'm going to start at the home page. I go to your welcome letter, which I've opened up. I see that here. I think the welcome letter is great. It's got all the pieces in that I can think of that Corinne provided to us in terms of a checklist that should be in there. The only thing for me, I'm thinking of it as a student, okay, I know what the course is about, I know you're passionate about it, I know it's going to be an awesome learning experience, but I'm just wondering, where do I go from here? Because I'm already at the start here spot. So here I'm clicking on this, and that takes me to start here. So here might be the place you'd want to put your video, because I haven't seen your video. So I'm wondering, as a student, okay, where do I go from here? What's expected of me next? And so how to fix that would be to just put in your welcome letter. Okay, so what I want you to do is, go to the learning units now, and start on learning unit 1, or I want you to read this or do this or whatever. So if I go to the learning units, I see that I've gone through these, and I see just the first one is completed, so I haven't gone through that yet. Your syllabus, I'm supposed to talk about, I'll talk about that first, kind of in order. So there's your syllabus. You're supposed to have your goals, objectives, and all that good stuff. That's there. I see that's in there. I think that's terrific. I don't have any issues with that. This is a completely different field, education, for students with special challenges, general education, a completely different field. My area is management, so I know nothing of this domain. So, however, the word dispositions, because I'm somewhat, I have a psychology background. This is a different application of the word dispositions, but I assume that that's something that's endemic to your field, so that's fine. Another note is that this contact information, that should be taken from here. I would suggest putting that right here on your home page, on this, I guess you call it, your home page where the students land, so immediately they know how to do that. What I've done, if you're reviewing my work, is I have a little picture of myself, and I just call it instructor or professor information, something like that. Professor contact information. I have a picture of myself. I have an email, phone number, all those sorts of things. So students can always, when they're on the Blackboard site, how to get a hold of me. and to explain that. I know you mentioned it in your syllabus, but this way students kind of have to dig for that. And also because one of the things I learned is that it's an online course, and so we have to indicate when our hours availability are, even though we are in an online environment. So that's something else that you could add in there. Okay, so announcements. Yeah, we mentioned that's where your video should be. You got your start here. Syllabus. Okay, so the next thing up should be your learning units. So I see you've done this one here on legal issues. So I'll just have to read through this. So you have a nice description. You say what is expected by the end of it, so that's great. You have a rubric developed for your scenario blog, and that's clear, and the instructions are well written. And now you've got some documents. Let me just see if I can open that. So I paused the video, Dannette, so that I could read your documents more thoroughly, and I find the dispositions, rather the teacher scenario document here very intriguing, and so I think that's very applicable to real-world experience that I'm sure you guys must face. And also the dispositions here, you provide that to your students, and so they have a good idea what to choose from. And then you have your prompts set up here in terms of asking specifically what it is that you're seeking, and you have a rubric set up to evaluate that. That's great. There may be some finer granularity that you may want to consider at some point in time in your rubric. Of course, that's a personal thing. Don't want to get in there. It's not my subject, but in terms of just what a good response is, you do explain how the teacher's actions impacted the students. So you may give further granularity as to a good, better, best answer with respect to that. But that's great. You got that in there. You got an awesome video for them to watch, the manual, the laws, appropriate. I went through your quiz, and again, your quiz relates to the subject matter. So that's all good. So I think what we've covered here, if I can bring in the Corinne's checklist, I think so far I've talked about this first part about the course. Navigation seems intuitive. I think your navigation could be improved a little bit with the comments I made earlier regarding design and choice of color and use of buttons and some things like that, perhaps. And then with respect to this part here, we will need to see your video, of course, and then also I think adding in professor or instructor information, a button off to the side here would be helpful as well. As far as part 2 here, the sample learning unit, I think everything there is provided very well, and I think you have good, clear instructional approach. And I also see that, what else was I going to say? Oh, in, not my grades, but in the grade center down here, I do notice that the grade center is nicely linked in, so this is set up. And if we look, each one is filled, so 30 points for the blog, and 20 points for the quiz. I'm not sure if, do you see that here? Yeah, you do have 30 points for the blog, and I don't know if when you go in here, did we say whether it was worth 20 points? You may want to mention it here that a quiz is worth 20 points. Yeah, that was one piece I noticed was missing. Overall, I think this is great. The discussions, I did pick up that you're allowing putting up a Q&A for students to post questions, and you're not using any groups. So that's about my feedback. I hope that was helpful and has covered our rubric intentions. This piece here that Corinne wanted us to look through. You know, as far as I can tell from what's being measured, what's being done, the nature of the course, I think this is all, you know, great. I think it's all completed, and everything looks good. So I hope that my comments were of some benefit to you as you do a little bit more fine-tuning of your course. Best of luck to you, Dannette. Take care.